Hello Libra, welcome to your weekly love reading. Thank you very much for being here. We're going to be starting with the Angel Answer Oracle cards. This card will answer whatever question you have at the end of the reading. So thank you very much for being here. I really appreciate you. Okay. We're going to be ending with the Keeper of the Light Oracle card, which we'll get after the answer. You get to ask your question and then get your answer. I find it's kind of like bringing it all together. Oops, let's see. Now, Romance Angels. What does Libra need to know? Card for Libra. Okay. Sorry. Religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual paths. Now, I always clarify. Religious factors. Religious factors I don't necessarily consider as being actual, like a specific religion. It could be the beliefs that you were brought up with, which is why it says, and spiritual path. So maybe you were brought up believing one thing and the person you're dealing with is brought up believing another. They do show different religious symbols here. So maybe the person you're dealing with or you are being affected. You know, it can, because a lot of times we're brought up believing one thing. Wow, Libra, that was quick. Brought up believing one thing, but you meet someone and their belief is different and you have to go from there. Interestingly enough, you got the Four of Wands, which is traditionally my marriage, my divine relationship card. This is building a foundation with someone with the Page of Pentacles. You could be dealing with a earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. I always notice the grape. This is one of those you got to worry about overdoing things. But really what I feel like in this case, it's about learning how to build this relationship, because of the Four Wands, this is foundation. This is the religious. I don't know why I said that. That was funny. It could be based because of your religious foundation and how it's affecting you. But you're learning. I believe that this is you learning how to build this foundation with someone who may be very different than you. Because that's how this is feeling right now. I love when the cards won't go in. Justice. Libra, it's our card. This is very auspicious. This is also balance. This to me says that not only will we be able to learn and build, but we will be able to find a balance, and that the darkness that we've experienced in this relationship, or in this learning how to be in a relationship with someone, we are learning how to see the light. You know, sometimes, I don't know about you, but if you're in a relationship with, and you focus on the dark and you don't see the light, it makes it very hard to progress. And so if you're brought up one way, that to me would be learning, and that's why the Page of Pentacles would be here, learning how to build a relationship, learning how to focus, or it could actually just be that the darkness isn't bad, it's just different, you know. Let's see. More for Libra. The Death card. Could be dealing with Scorpio. Could be a transition. Movement. Fast movement. This to me says that this relationship that you're building, it could move fast. It could transition from, say, dating to commitment, or from committed to engaged. This could mean quick movement. It could also mean that there's a lot of messages that go between the two of you, text messages and the like, and it changes things. You know, you become open. I don't know about but you guys, but maybe something will be happening or has happened recently, and during that conversation something changed. The Sun, there was a feeling of things being good, illumination, lighting up. Like, you know, I talked about having moved, and people are so, here we go, the wheel. things are changing, and it's learning and growing, and even in different parts of the same country, the attitudes, the implications, the intonations, words, meanings, they're very different, and it's something you just don't think about until you experience it and you go, wait, what? That's been a lot of me. Okay, let's see. Ooh. Passion, the Tower, the High Priestess, a lot of card. High Priest, the High Priestess, the Five of Cups. Oh my goodness. I intuitively want to tell you that what I talked about, you know, moving, trying to get along with people and not knowing what they were talking about because the intonation, the implication is different. So new, change, not knowing what's going on, the Tower, you know, High Priest, having to learn. It's also the Marriage card. And with the High Priestess. So look at that. This could be, and the High Priestess is about intuition. So this could be saying that what happens is you meet your equal in, traditionally, what is it? If you have the king and queen, you have a divine counterpart. We have the High Priest and the High Priestess. One is learning through book. One is calling for you to learn. One is calling for you to trust your intuition. So what I'm feeling is that, you know, we talked about the spiritual path and the religion. Maybe one of you is like me, you know, where you're intuitive and you're learning about trusting your instincts. And the other person is more about what is read in a book and what can be learned in the physical world, not the ethereal. So it would be two very different people, but they are in the same place. The only thing that's different here when I look at this is that she sits above water. He sits above the ground. So to me, it's about, like I said, about, you know, spiritual versus earthly. Two very different. And we have the Five of Cups. See, the Five of Cups is crying over spilt milk, and maybe this goes back to that, you know, religious beliefs, the different spiritual beliefs is two people who view things very differently. One is looking at spiritual, and the other one is looking at the literal, the physical. It's very interesting the way this is going. I like it. I kind of like it, you know. Five of Wands. Some disagreements possibly because you're seeing things differently. So, I want to say so. We know that this person is definitely very different than you. Kind of curious to say what's the best possible outcome, right, Libra? What is the best possible outcome? True love. That's awesome. Putting down the burdens, because when she puts those wands down here in that fire, it's going to burn hot. It's passionate. There is passion. There can be true love. It's going to take some effort because it's almost like trying to interpret what the other one means. And what I want you to realize is that you mean the same thing. You just say it in different ways. So, I like it, Libra. Yay. So what's your question, Libra? You ready for your answer? Ready? Here's your answer. Yes, with an exclamation point. I love it. So, here we go. Let's get us a Keeper of the Light Oracle card. Keeper of the Light Oracle card for Libra. Sorry for the voices outside. I don't know if you can hear them or not. Keeper of the Light Oracle card. Kathumi, Cloak of Wisdom. You already know the answer you seek. Trust what you know. Remember what I said about us being more the High Priestess, that trusting your instincts, trusting your gut? You know. You already know. Thank you so much for being here. Libra, I just want to point out, I've been pointing out at the end of my video, I'm back wearing my red. Red stands for Remember Everyone Deployed. It's in support of the military families and friends and the people who are dealing with their loved ones having to be there. And just letting you all know, really, I pray for a quick resolution and that everyone comes home safe. Thank you so much for being here. Take care. Bye, Libra.